My beloved child, I see what happens inside you. When you look around, you do not always say it. You do not complain out loud. You smile, you nod, you keep going. But inside, a quiet thought rises again and again. Everyone else seems ahead of me. You see others reaching milestones, making decisions, moving forward with confidence. And you begin to measure yourself without realizing it. Their pace becomes your standard. Their progress becomes your mirror. And slowly, without intending to, you begin to feel small. You wonder when it happened, when life started to feel like something you were watching instead of living. Beloved, come closer. This feeling does not mean you are failing. It means you are human. In a world that constantly compares, you were not created to live under that weight, but you have been carrying it for a long time. You scroll, you listen, you observe, and each image, each story, each announcement adds another quiet question. Why not me? Why not yet? What am I doing wrong? You tell yourself you should be happy for them, and you are, in part. But there is also grief. Grief for the life you thought you would have by now. Grief for the version of you that feels slower, quieter, unseen. I see how that grief turns inward, how you start to doubt yourself, how you question your worth, how you assume delay means deficiency. But listen to me now. Others are not ahead of you. They are simply on a different path. You are measuring your life with a ruler I never gave you. You think progress looks the same for everyone, but progress is not universal. It is personal. What looks like ahead from the outside often hides struggles you do not see. But even if it did not, even if their life truly is moving quickly, that does not place you behind. There is no line you were supposed to be standing in. There is no finish you are racing toward. I did not design life as a competition. I did not place you in comparison with others. I placed you in relationship with me. You feel behind because you believe life moves in one direction at one speed toward one definition of success. But I walk with each of you differently. Some are learning patience. Some are learning courage. Some are learning how to rest. Some are learning how to begin again. You cannot compare lessons that are not the same. You cannot judge your progress by someone else's assignment. You have been learning things that cannot be rushed, things that take time, because they shape your heart, not just your circumstances. You think others are ahead because you see outcomes, but I see formation. I see who can carry responsibility. I see who can hold joy without losing humility. I see who can walk with others without judgment. These things do not appear on the surface, but they matter deeply. You are not behind. You are being prepared, and preparation does not always look impressive. Sometimes it looks like waiting. Sometimes it looks like obscurity. Sometimes it looks like staying faithful. in a place that feels small. But I am not measuring you by speed. I am measuring you by truth, by how honestly you live, by how gently you love, by how willing you are to remain present. Even when you feel overlooked, you are not late, you are not lost, and you are not behind. You are right where you need to be to become who you are meant to be. Do not rush away from this moment. Do not argue with it yet. Just stay. There is more. I want to show you. My beloved child, I want to tell you something gently now. There is no race, no starting line you missed, no finish line you are late to, no invisible clock counting against you. The pressure you feel does not come from me. It comes from a story. The world keeps repeating. A story that says, life must move quickly, progress must be visible, and worth must be proven. You absorbed that story without realizing it. So you began to hurry yourself, not because you wanted to, but because you were afraid of falling behind. You look at others and imagine them running. You imagine yourself slowing down, hesitating, stopping to catch your breath, and you conclude, I must be losing. But listen to me now. No one is winning, no one is losing, because there is no race. I did not create your life to be measured against another. I did not place you on a track with lanes and rankings. I placed you in a relationship, and relationships do not race. They grow, they pause, they deepen, they move at the speed love can sustain. You feel pressure because you think life should look linear, step by step, achievement after achievement, clear direction, constant motion. But that is not how souls grow. Souls grow in rhythms, in seasons of movement and seasons of stillness, in times of clarity and times of waiting. You are not failing because you are in a slower season. You are living the season you are in. I see how tired you become trying to keep up, how you push yourself to match a pace your heart cannot maintain, how you feel guilty for resting, how you feel anxious when nothing seems to be happening. But rest is not falling behind. Waiting is not losing ground. Silence is not wasted time. You have learned to treat life like a competition. So when others move quickly, you feel urgency. When others succeed, you feel pressure. When others celebrate milestones, you feel exposed. But beloved, you are not supposed to live like that. You are not late. Because someone else arrived early, you are not slow. Because someone else moves fast. Their timing does not threaten yours. Their journey does not cancel yours. I am not watching you and wishing you would hurry. I am not comparing you to anyone else. I am walking with you at your pace, the pace your soul can carry. You feel behind because you think life only moves forward, but some of the most important growth happens inward. Growth no one applauds. Growth no one notices. Growth you cannot post or explain, but it matters. I know you want assurance that you are not wasting your life, that you are not drifting, that you are not stuck. But hear me clearly, you are not stuck because you are not racing, you are not drifting, because you are not running, you are becoming, and becoming cannot be rushed. You do not need to outrun anyone to live well. You do not need to arrive early, to arrive whole. I am not building your life on speed. I am building it on depth, depth that can hold joy without fear, depth that can hold responsibility without pride, depth that can hold others' pain without becoming hard. That depth takes time, and time is not your enemy. The idea of a race has been exhausting you because races create comparison, and comparison erodes peace. But I am calling you out of that story, not by telling you to try harder, but by telling you to stop running. You are allowed to walk. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to rest without apologizing. I am not measuring your life by how fast you move. I am measuring it by how faithfully you remain present. There is no prize for arriving early. There is no reward for exhausting yourself. There is only the invitation to walk with me, and walking with me has never been a race. Stay here with me. There is another way to see your life, and I will show it to you. My beloved child, come closer now. You have been measuring your life with numbers that were never meant to define you. Age, speed, milestones, visible success. You look at calendars, you look at timelines, you look at what others have reached by certain years, and quietly you place yourself on that scale. You ask, am I where I should be? Am I behind? Did I take too long? Beloved, I do not measure you that way. The measurements you have learned did not come from me. They came from a world that only knows how to count what can be seen, but I measure differently. I do not count your life by how much you have accomplished. I do not weigh your worth by how quickly things happened. I do not look at your journey and ask why it took so long. I look at who you are becoming. I look at what your heart can now hold. I look at how you respond to pain, to delay, to disappointment. I look at whether you have learned how to stay gentle in a world that rewards hardness. These are my measures. You think you are behind because you are looking at external signs, but I am looking at internal growth. Growth that cannot be rushed. Growth that does not show up on schedules. You learned compassion because you waited. You learned humility because things did not come easily. You learned patience because answers were delayed. These were not setbacks, they were formation. I did not hurry you because I was shaping something in you that speed would have damaged. You see the places where nothing seemed to happen. I see the places where everything was happening, where your heart softened, where your pride loosened, where your need for control faded. These moments matter deeply to me. You think others are ahead because they reached visible places, but visibility is not my priority. I am not impressed by speed without substance. I am not moved by success without character. I am attentive to quiet faithfulness, to the way you kept going when no one noticed, to the way you stayed honest when pretending would have been easier, to the way you learned to listen instead of forcing outcomes. I measure differently. I measure by presence, by revealed love, by humility learned through difficulty, by how you treat yourself. When things do not go your way, you are not behind, because you do not meet someone else's timeline. Timelines are not universal. What takes one person a year takes another a decade. And that does not make one better. It makes them different. I did not design you to follow a template. I designed you to become yourself, fully, honestly. Without rushing past your own soul, you feel pressure because you believe time is running out. But I am not afraid of time. Time serves my purposes. I use time to deepen what matters. I use waiting to refine what lasts. I am not asking you to catch up. I am asking you to trust my way of measuring. Trust that nothing essential is missing. Trust that you are not late to anything that matters. Trust that the work done in you will sustain what comes next. You will not arrive where I am leading you empty. You will arrive with capacity, with wisdom, with gentleness, with strength that does not need to prove itself. You are not behind in my eyes. You are not delayed rememberingly. You are exactly where your formation requires you to be. Let go of the numbers. Let go of the comparisons. Let go of the fear that you are running out of time. I am not measuring you by the world's clock. I am measuring you by love, and you are growing. Stay with me. There is one more thing I want to give you before we rest. My beloved child, come, walk with me now. Not faster, not slower, just here. Stay in your lane with me. You have been looking sideways for so long, watching others move, listening to their stories, measuring your steps against theirs. And without noticing, your shoulders grew tense, your breath shortened, your joy thinned. Beloved, you were not meant to walk that way. You were not created to carry everyone else's pace on your back. Your lane is not empty. It is not forgotten. It is not behind. It is simply yours. And I am in it with you. You do not need to check how others are doing to know where you are. You do not need to look over to see if you are enough. I am enough for where you are. When you stay in your lane, something gentle happens. The noise quiets, The urgency loosens its grip. You begin to hear your own breath again. You begin to feel your steps. You begin to notice me beside you. I am not pulling you forward. I am not standing ahead, calling you to hurry. I am walking with you at a pace your heart can sustain. You can look ahead without fear. You can walk without comparing. You can rest without guilt, because staying in your lane does not mean giving up. It means trusting. Trusting that the road you are on was not assigned by accident. Trusting that the timing you are in is not a punishment. Trusting that what I am doing in you matters, even when it is quiet. You have been tempted to leave your lane because you thought others were finding something you missed. But hear me now. Nothing meant for you is found by stepping into someone else's path. What is meant for you will meet you right where you are. When you stay with me, you stop asking, "Am I behind?" and you start asking, "Am I present?" Presence is where peace lives, not ahead, not behind. Here, you do not need to see the whole road. You do not need to know how long it will take. You only need to take the step that belongs to you. I will take the rest. I will guide without rushing. I will walk without comparing. I will remain without leaving. Stay in your lane with me when doubt returns. Stay in your lane with me when comparison whispers. Stay in your lane with me when the world feels loud and hurried. I will keep you steady. I will keep you gentle. I will keep you from exhausting yourself, trying to be someone else. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not alone. You are right here, and I am with you. Rest now. Let your body soften. Let your heart settle. There is no race. There is no pressure. There is only this quiet walk we are taking together. Stay with me, always.